A security guard making $20 an hour made the switch to a federal government job and now is earning a salary of over $90,000 a year. Right now, there are over 800,000 security guards across the country. One of the problems with this position? The pay. The salary, it's too low. Right now, the average salary for a security guard is about $32,000 a year. That's way below the national average of $60,000 a year. He worked as a security guard for over 5 years. The main complaint besides the pay is that it's boring. Most of the time he wasn't doing anything. He had a 15-minute patrol every hour and he had the night shift. Maybe 1 or 2% of the time he had to call the police. But that was pretty much it. It was an unfulfilling role that didn't provide the adequate amount of income so that he could actually do things that he wanted to do in life. Once you get into security guard jobs, it can be similar to a retail job because you don't intend on staying there that long. But before you know it, you wake up, you're in your 40s or 50s, and you spent 25, 35 years at the same job with little to no benefits. And you wonder, where has the time gone? Now, a lot of people, they have difficulties when they're trying to make a pivot in their career, when they start to try to focus in a different industry. It's a hard time translating your past experience. When you think about a security guard, there are a lot of administrative type skills that go into this type of job. Skills like record keeping, report writing, problem solving, communication, and technology proficiency. Because of this, there are options for you if you get on usajobs.gov and you start looking for a government job. Now, the obvious one for a security guard is 0085 because that is a security guard in the government. Same thing, except you get a lot more benefits. But he didn't want to work security anymore, and I can't blame him, so we had to broaden our search a little bit. We looked at 0301 because of the admin experience. We also included 0080, which is security administration. He applied 59 times over 3 months. He was referred 28 times, 3 interviews, and 2 job offers. The job he ended up accepting was a physical security specialist GS-11 position in the Department of Defense in New York State. And because he had over 10 years of experience, he was able to leverage that experience to negotiate a Step 7. The reason he was eligible and qualified for this position is because while he was a security guard, every month there would be a meeting with his supervisor in which he could suggest different things, right? So for one case, it was, hey, this radio isn't waterproof. This radio's battery keeps draining. So that resulted in a new radio. Another suggestion was, hey, on this path, there should be a light here because I keep seeing kids gathering up in this area, so maybe we could put a light here. A couple of months later, they installed a light. So because he did these things, and he was mindful enough to remember when he had suggested or advised management, he could use that experience to transfer into a physical security position. And this is the exact type of experience that's needed in many job announcements for the 0080 series. The entire hiring process, it took about 5 months, but it would have never happened if he didn't take his resume and tailor it to speak directly to the job series and the job announcements he was applying to. There are many people in this exact same situation that are currently working as security guards, but they don't realize that this path is available, that they can shift and switch and not only get a job with way better benefits, but he essentially doubled his salary by taking this job. Not only that, but he will have less exposure to dangerous type situations, less exposure to risk overall. And the way it usually works in life is when we're younger, we have more of an appetite for risk, for the unknown, for getting ourselves into dangerous situations. It can even feel exhilarating for younger folks. But once you get older, and I'm specifically talking about mid to late 40s, even 50s, you get older and you start to lose a little bit of that appetite. You start to value stability, security, dependability. That is kind of what you want to value. What's going to happen when I get to 62? Is Social Security going to be enough? Maybe not. Maybe I should have a pension, right, to kind of help with that. Maybe I should start investing more, getting matching on my investments. So that's kind of what's important to you later in life. I speak a lot about federal government jobs. Is it right for you? Maybe it is, maybe it's not. It comes down to where are you in life right now? If you're making 6 figures especially mid to high six figures, maybe it's not for you. Maybe you can continue to do well in the private sector. However, if you find yourself in a situation making $60,000, $65,000 a year or less, and you're not satisfied, and you're starting to build up anxiety about layoffs and things like that, then I would encourage you to explore federal government jobs. Look at the OPM Job Series Handbook and see where your experience aligns with the hundreds of available federal government jobs on usajobs.gov. Take that step at least. If you're still looking for a federal government job and you want to know the exact hiring process from start to finish, from when you get referred, interviewed, the job offer, when are you negotiating, all of it. If that interests you, then I want you to watch this video next. If you would like to see more videos like this, please click like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.